Hey my beautiful Virgo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your July 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. I just want to mention before we start, if you're interested in personal readings, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. You're going to find that information in the first link in the description below. If you want to take part in the summer sale, you guys can check that out. There should be something on the screen right now if you're interested, okay? Either way though, Team Virgo, how's it hanging? Let's see what's going on here for you. You got a big flip card coming out, and you got here the Fool. This is Aries energy, so you could be dealing with an Aries. It could be a fresh start. You know, Fool card energy can be the energy of starting from scratch, and it could definitely be the energy here of moving into just a new beginning in general. Some of you here coming into the month of July may be having a physical location change, so you could be relocating. This is kind of the energy of packing light. Some of you guys might be packing light because you could be going somewhere very far. So there could be physical location changes happening here too if you're moving. But either way though, guys, Fool card is good too because it's a card here of like you feel a lot lighter. Typically, if you're packing light and you're not lugging around a whole bunch of stuff, you're going to feel relatively lighter with what you take with you. So I think that in a way at the same time here too, this might even be offloading some baggage mentally and moving forward in your life in a much more lighter mentality and a much more lighter attitude because you're not carrying so much weight with you, aka carrying so much baggage. I like that, guys. There definitely could be an energy here of not bringing forth any more baggage with you going forward coming into July 2023. Cool. All right, though, Virgo, let's have a look here, guys. What's going to be going on here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout July 2023. What information showing up here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout July 2023. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we got here the Tower. Having a look at the current energy, Two of Cups, what you're dealing with here, Three of Swords. Looking at that current outcome, we have here the Emperor card in the upright position as well. I definitely feel like you are having a moment of realization here, and I typically feel that with the Tower. To me, the Tower is kind of like a bit of an awakening, right? You're becoming awakened here to something that's going on in your current reality, and I think that what you're waking up to is that maybe what you were once connected to is no longer necessarily in your life. You got here a Three of Swords. Three of Swords does represent separation, so it does feel to me like you're separated from someone or something here at this time. But I see here, though, with your current energy being the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups here is an energy of connection. So you feel like you're connected to the Tower, meaning that you are finally starting to wake up to something. You're finally starting to realize something about this separation that's occurred or happened in your life. Looking at the current outcome being the Emperor is a person that has a lot of control. It's a person that has a lot of power. I think for the longest time, Virgo, you might have looked at a situation in your life where separation had occurred and said, you know what? It is what it is. And even though you were upset about it, you might have did everything you could to kind of mask that pain. But I think you're realizing now that I'm not mad necessarily anymore at the situation or at the person for not being involved in my life anymore. It's kind of the realization that if it was meant to be, it would have been. And considering that it hasn't maintained to continue to be a part of your reality, then maybe it was never meant to be. I feel like this is the time where you're waking up to the fact that something worked out exactly as it needed to. There was supposed to be a shift. There was supposed to be an ending. There was supposed to be some sort of separation between you and someone or something else, because you're now starting to see exactly where you were meant to be guided. So I like this. You're waking up here to the fact that a situation was a blessing in disguise. Let's say this whole situation's discussing a breakup. Maybe you were really angry at the person. Maybe somebody broke up with you. You were really angry with them, upset with them. You missed them. You went through kind of like a whole stage and wave of emotions. But maybe now you're coming to the realization of like, well, maybe I wasn't supposed to be with that person. Maybe in July 2023, you meet someone new. They're really fantastic. They're a lot better than this individual ever was. And you would have never had the opportunity to meet this new person if you didn't go through that previous breakup, right? Same thing with a job, you know, maybe an unfortunate event happened. You lost a job and it upset you. And it was a very hard and difficult time to overcome. But coming into July, you get this new job offer, this new job opportunity, and you're getting paid triple than what you previously used to be paid, and it's a way better working environment. You see what I mean? So I definitely feel here like you're going to start to see a blessing in disguise play itself out here so far, and I'm really liking it, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see what the challenge is going to be here in July. Taking a look here at the challenge, we have here the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Temperance card typically means that trying to stay emotionally balanced is a little bit of the challenge. Now, why is that the case here? Let's clarify. Why do we have the Temperance? We have the Four of Swords, and we have here the Six of Wands. So you know that you had to get away from this Three of Swords, right? You know you had to let go in order to get into a successful direction. I think that many of you already, right, coming into the beginning of July, you're already having the realization of like, okay, I need to let go here of my past because something new is coming in for me. So I have to accept the blessing in disguise and know that something new, better is coming. So you know that you have to let go of the past, but I think that to a certain extent, it might be a little tough still. You know, you might reminisce and miss your previous situation, and that's normal. You know, what I would say here for you, Virgo, is I wouldn't try to change how you feel right now. I wouldn't try to mask your feelings. That's going to be something that's incredibly important for me to say to you. It is very, very important to feel how you feel, because when you're feeling your feelings, you're allowing yourself to heal. Excuse me. So for any Virgos who are watching at this time, you know, if your challenge this month is to be in a very emotionally balanced place, you know, don't worry about having any sort of feelings that you have. Let them show up as they are. You know, if some of you are missing, maybe a breakup happened, you're missing your ex-partner. If you lost a job, maybe you're missing your old job. Even if you know, like, you're moving in a good direction to get to your next best thing, even if you know that, you believe that, you see that happening, there's still a possibility of missing the past. And if you happen to be having feelings of missing the past, let those feelings come up, tap into them, and release them as time progresses, okay? The only way we can release our feelings is by feeling them, so don't deny yourself feeling your feelings. All right, that's one major thing I want to say here for you. Moving on forward though, let's see what you can expect throughout the rest of July 2023. And we got here Queen of Wands coming out here for you. Cool. So I like it. Yeah, and I definitely think that like feeling like you're not emotionally balanced is going to be a very temporary thing. I think that you're going to become pretty emotionally balanced as the month continues to progress. But looking at what you can expect throughout the rest of the month being the Queen of Wands is the energy of confidence, but it's also about getting what you want, you know? So I definitely feel here with the Queen of Wands, your confidence here is going to start to increase. You're going to be in a period of time where you're understanding everything that's unfolding for you is working for you perfectly. I mentioned that already with the Tower, right? I said to you that something in your life exited your life so that it can make room for something new to come in. Queen of Wands here starts to see that. So you're going to see that throughout the rest of July. You're going to see how a blessing was in disguise and what's coming next for you on your path. And it's going to start to really reimburse a lot of confidence within you, Virgo, is what I'm feeling for you. And I think that with the Queen of Wands showing up here too, you're going to be in an overall increased mood. I think that you're going to have a great mood boost showing up here for you guys at this time as well. Having a look here at the overall outcome for July, King of Wands, hello. I like that for you. King of Wands here is about a person who's aligning with their passion, a person here who's aligning with what they desire. So the Queen of Wands can desire, the King of Wands has obtained the desired result. So Virgo, this is clarification here that you will be getting what you want. At the end of the day, if you were with the wrong partner previously, here comes in the right partner who's for you at this time. If you were dealing with a job that was maybe not the best, here comes in the better job for you that's really going to bring forth more abundance, right? So however this reading resonates to you, it is basically a leveling up of energy in your life. You could be leveling up your work, leveling up your love life, leveling up your individual personal self. You're going to get to that point where the desired result of what you want to level up in is going to come in through here for you with that King of Wands. Cool, guys. Really, really loving this reading. Taking a look here and seeing what the most important message is going to be for you. Keep in mind, I'm going to pull the most important message for the month. It might correlate to anything we have already talked about, or it could be something completely random. So do keep that in mind. But what's going to be the best message here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout July 2023? What is the best message coming in here for them? We got here the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the Nine of Swords. And we have here the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. I want to say to you, if doorways don't seem to be open, don't wait for them to open up. That's a pretty interesting message I didn't expect to channel, but if doorways don't seem to be open, don't wait for them to open up. If things in your life feel like they're going nowhere, don't put more energy into them. Don't put more focus into them. For the things that seem like they're getting off the ground and thriving, that's the direction you want to move into. We got here a Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords here is a card that can represent being anxious. It can represent worries. It can represent fears. I'm also hearing for Virgo, if something opens up a doorway to fear, it isn't worth for your investment. So keep that in mind as well. If something starts to open up a doorway of fear, is it really worth the investment? Okay, so I want you to be mindful of that as well, guys. I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say, for example, maybe you're around a specific person. Maybe it's a worrying Nelly. That's what I'm going to call this individual, where they worry, but they don't only talk about, their worries. They start to, what's the word I'm looking for? Project their worries onto you. I think we all have a little bit of worried Nellies in our lives where they'll be like, I'm just so worried about the economy. You know what I mean? And like, aren't you worried about your job and your job security? And then it's like they're planting seeds inside your head for you to be worried about your job and your job security. You're like, what the hell, Nelly? You know what I mean? So be mindful of the word Nellies is something I want to tell you, a really random message, because I get that feeling here where if you're around individuals who are creating fear, they're trying to project you and loop you into that fear too. You want to really not be around those types of energies, because inevitably, even if you do what you can to push yourself out of that fear-based mentality, the more you're surrounded by a fear-based environment, the more you are susceptible to obtaining that fear. So I just want to say that for any Virgos who are watching, a really good important message is to be very clear or steer very clear away from the worried Nellies. If you need to isolate yourself, Nine of Pentacles, and do your thing, isolate and do your thing. Okay? So that's what I see showing up here at this time. But yeah, the month of July is really telling you guys you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fear. But if you start to find yourself in fear-based, what's the word I'm looking for here? Fear-based, it's on the tip of my tongue and I just said it. Environments. Thank you. If you find yourself in fear-based environments, you might really want to remove yourself from them, because you don't want that projection to bleed into your life, essentially, okay? All right, though, Team Virgo, moving on forward, we're going to have a look here and see if the universe has any advice for you. So is there any advice coming in from the universe for Virgo throughout July 2023? Is there any advice from the universe coming in for Virgo throughout July 2023? First card out, we got here the King of Swords. Next card out, we got here the Star. And then taking a look here at the last card, we got here an Eight of Wands. I like it. I like it a lot. King of Swords here says, Virgo, definitely don't be afraid to establish boundaries. The King of Swords is very stiff, very firm. He makes sure that nobody here is going to cross him on anything. So I would definitely get the feeling here for you that if you continue to make sure that you increase your boundaries and don't let people step on your toes, you're looking at a pretty fantastic month. Like I mentioned before about the worried Nellies, don't let the worried Nellies get to you or have the opportunity to project to you. Now, another thing about the King of Swords is that the King of Swords is very disciplined. I feel like the universe is trying to tell you, you're being called to be disciplined in the manner of where you're only allowing yourself to think, resonate, believe, and see that the next best path is coming towards you. I feel like the universe is trying to say, right now, this is your time to trust the process, the Star card. This is your time to trust that I am delivering to you everything you've ever wanted. I am delivering to you what you have asked for. Now, what I mean by this, guys, is let's say, for example, you lost a job. Well, here comes this better job, the job you've really always wanted. Universe says, I'm in the process of giving this to you, but you have to trust me. You have to trust the process. You have to believe to see. It's not about seeing to believe, guys. It's about believing to see what comes and what manifests in your life. So the universe is saying, get very serious on monitoring your thoughts, monitoring the energy that you get into. If you catch yourself getting into a negative or a doubtful state of mind, do what you can to become aware of that and start to positively reinforce, no, that negativity is not going to fly with me. I'm on the right path. Whatever I'm looking for, it's already here, it's manifested, and I'm moving into a state of abundance, right? Really reinforce positive things in your life is what the universe is saying here, but also trust the process with the Star that everything's working out for you. Because guess what? If you can put that trust and that faith in the universe, Eight of Wands, it's going to come in for you. If you could put that in, that trust, that faith, it's going to come in here for you. So for any Virgos who are watching here, I hope this wasn't a confusing reading, by the way, but it is a beautiful reading, I think, because I think a lot of the time we go through life sometimes and, our current circumstances tend to fall apart with the Tower, and we just feel like, okay, I had a situation that was semi-decent, semi-okay. I've lost that now, so now I have nothing. And then we can get in a very negative and depressed and upset mood because we start to think that if I can't even have this semi-decent thing in my life, then why can't I have something good? But I think we often tend to fail to realize that that semi-decent situation you had is being removed from your life because it wasn't good enough for what you really deserve, because you are deserving of something so much better. A lot of the time we don't realize that we're in the process of leveling up to get something better because we deserve something better. So Virgos, I definitely hope you see that jumping into July 2023, and I think that things are already in the process of working out for you. Things are already being created for you at this time, and you're on the path of alignment. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and keep on enjoying this leveling up process, because I think that the next part of your path that you're going to be brought to is going to be a pretty wonderful and fantastic time. All right, my Virgo peeps. It was a lovely reading today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Of course, if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, guys, first link in the description below. I'll be happy to help you out over there on my website. But have a lovely July, everybody, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Virgo peeps. Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.